Hi guys, welcome to Explanation Station. Today we're going to be talking about how to make the perfect pancake. Now obviously we won't be mixing powder from some box with some water. No, today we're cooking everything from scratch. Alright, let me take you over our ingredients real quick. We got buttermilk, orange juice, flour, orange, lemon, butter, we have baking powder and baking soda, we have white granulated sugar, we have brown sugar, and eggs. And for utensils we're going to be using a zester, a whisk, we have a sifter. Spatula is very useful but not necessary. A couple of bowls, I got a few big ones, a little one for some mixing, and that's about it. Now let's get down to business. Alright, now that we have everything we need, we're about ready to go. But I need to stress, the most important ingredient in this whole recipe is following my directions. The method that we use to prepare it is by far the most important part of everything we're going to do. Okay, now let's start with the dry ingredients. The first important step involving that method is sifting everything. Everything dry goes through the sifter. Literally. So I'm going to take our flour. Alright, flour's done. Let's move on to right here. I have my baking soda and my baking powder. Just going to sift those on up together. No big deal. Okay, let's move on to the sugar. We have the white granulated sugar. We'll throw that through the sifter. Goes through pretty quick. Brown sugar is going to take a little bit longer. And all this leftover stuff, it's pretty hard and heavy. I don't want that in my pancakes. It's going to weigh everything down, so I just go ahead and toss that in the trash. Alright, you may think that this is a part you could skip, but I promise you, this is very important for the overall flavor of the dish. Zesting a lemon and an orange in there just really sets it off. You want to do about half the lemon if it's this big. If it's a little smaller, you might want to do 3/4 of it or so. Okay, moving on to the orange. With the orange, you want to go ahead and zest pretty much the whole thing. It won't overpower your dish by any means, so feel free to go at it. Okay, now we have all our dry ingredients mixed together with the rind zested in. We're going to set this aside and work on our liquid creation. Alright, now we're ready to mix in all of our wet ingredients. What we're going to do is go ahead and pour in the buttermilk and the orange juice. And what we have is 3 cups of buttermilk. Just pour that right on in. Half a cup of orange juice. Pour that in there, no big deal. Alright. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 eggs and we're going to separate them. Another important part of the method here. What you want to do is just drop the egg yolks straight in your batter and your egg whites in a separate mixing bowl. In fact, I have a fairly large one here. I'm using a pan because I'm not very good at whisking things. Alright, now that we've mixed our eggs in there, or at least the egg yolks, what we want to do is take our egg whites and we're going to whisk them up real good. Now I have my butter, and what we did was took 1/3 of a cup of butter and we melted it in the microwave. I only melted about halfway and then I pulled it out and stirred around, so there's still some chunks of butter in there. It's really important for, one, you don't want it too hot when it goes into your mix because it'll curdle your buttermilk, and 2, it just really cooks real nice in the pancakes, gives them that fluffy, buttery goodness. Alright, so I'm back to my dry ingredients. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just give these a little mix with my spoon here. You can go ahead and pour in your entire buttermilk and all that mixture. Now, very crucial step. Very lightly stir this one. I mean, you want it to be like a thick paste. And if you notice my technique, I'm kind of coming under it and flipping it over instead of stirring it all like crazy, because that'll flatten everything out and you'll end up with flat pancakes. That's not what you want. Now that it's about halfway mixed where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and pour in my egg whites. Alright, get everything pretty much wet. That's really all we're looking for. We're not looking for much mixture. We're not looking for a lot of evenness. Okay, here's the texture we're looking for. See how there's still some dry parts in there? Some parts are wet, mostly just mixed together though. You want to make sure everything's pretty much got a little bit of every ingredient in it. Alright, I've already over stirred it. See, you want it thick and chunky.